let's do this eyebrows tutorials together. Hello guys, if you're a new subscriber, you're highly welcome. If you're an old subscriber, God bless you. This is what I'm going to use to draw these eyebrows. I'm going to use 5 things basically, but I do not the only thing I did not show you there is my concealer brush. So I'm going to use my concealer brush. I'm going to use my my brown gel brush. I'm going to use my spoolie. I'm going to use my brown gel, and I'm going to use my brown pencil. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start with my spoolie. Sorry. So I'm going to brush my eyebrow hair up using my spoolie. If you have stubborn eyebrow hair, like if your eyebrow hair is strong or kind of thing, then you need a wax. I call it wax, but it could be called a gel too, to slip down your eyebrow hair. And always apply powder on it before drawing. So you can draw with your brown pencil, but I really prefer drawing it with my brown gel because it gives it more depth, it prints the line more, which I love. So it all depends on you. So using my eyebrow brush, I draw the first line down. Then when I'm done drawing it, I use my spoolie to brush the hair down, so it gives me space to draw the line up, which is going to come to join the line down. If you look at the video keenly, you're going to see that I do not start drawing those lines from the bottom of my, from the beginning of my hair. I went a little bit inside before starting to draw. So after drawing the second line or the upper line, which I brought down to link with the lower line, you see the line was not printed. I love it when my lines are printed. It depends on you. All depends on you. If you love it when your line is kind of not printed, then you do it not printed. I love it when it's printed. So from there, I have to start filling up the brows. To fill up the brows, I have to sharpen my pencil, my brown pencil very well, you see. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do strokes. I'm not going to color. I'm going to do lines, like 1 line, 2 line, to give it kind of natural look. These are the lines I'm talking about. You see, I'm doing strokes. I don't color, I do it in lines. So I continue doing like that till I'm satisfied. If you want it to be more natural, you don't have to do much lines like me. I just like my brows to look like I've drawn my brows, So I do it like that. Then I use my spoolie to brush it out, like to brush it up to make it look kind of natural. So yeah, at this point I'm using my spoolie, as you can see me doing, to just brush the hair up. And then when I use this gel, what I've realized is that when I brush my hair, the name of the gel is the Karité eyebrow gel. So when I brush my hair up, it gums, you understand? It does the work of the wax. It just gums there. So at this point, I'm looking for my, my concealer brush. Then I will take my concealer, I'll put it at the back of my hand, which is going to make it easier for me to apply on my concealer brush and use. You can put it at the back of your hand, you can put it just on the surface, which is going to make it easier for you to use. Because you cannot use the concealer applicator to clean your brows up or to conceal your brow. So I'll just put the concealer. I'm just putting the concealer on behind my hand, and then I conceal my brow, as you can see me doing very carefully. At this point, you will see that I did not start concealing at the beginning of the brow. You see where I started, right? Because at the beginning of the brow, I'm not going to use the concealer. I'm going to use join the concealer with my foundation to give it a more natural look. Then since I don't have an eyeshadow base, I'm going to go down with the concealer to my eyeshadow lid is going to help too, as it's going to serve as an eyeshadow base. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, at this point I'm actually taking my foundation, because it's my foundation that I'm going to use up to. You see the color has changed, so my foundation, I'm going to use it to conceal, or to like on the upper brow after doing this. So when I do this, you know, I blend very well using the brush. Then I'm going to use my beauty blender later. So right here I'm going with my same foundation, and I'm just going to, you can mix your foundation with your concealer, it all depends on you, but I really prefer foundation because it's not going to leave that thickness, you know, on your already done makeup. That is if you did your makeup before drawing your brows. So I'm just going to use my foundation as a concealer and conceal the upper part of my brows. So it gives me the shape, it removes all the imperfections, and I always tell you, concealer is like an eraser. So yeah. I bring it up, and then I'll use my beauty blender. I'm actually looking for my beauty blender right here. I always use things and just throw. Then when I'm looking for it, I struggle. Does it happen only to me? Anyways, I use my beauty blender and blend everything up, so it goes and join with the normal shade I have on. And I blend the lower part too, where I'm going to apply my eyeshadow. But this video is not for eyeshadow. This video is precisely for brow. So I'm done here, and I'm going to do the other one out camera, and this is what is given. Look at those brows. Just look at those brows. Don't you love it? Anyways, this is the end of the video. Bye.